Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 10th of March 2018. Thank you for joining me. I'm using the Wheel of the Year tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the tarot cards want you to be aware of for this day and what energy you'll be working with. So I'm going to choose 3 cards to give you an insight into the day and how you can make the most of it. So we have the 5 of Chalices, the 8 of Pentacles, and Justice. Interesting. We had Justice a couple of days ago, and that's the Karma card. So we're really in a very fair time at the moment. And by fair, I mean what you put in, you get out. So if you're making a great effort, then you'll see a lot of results. If you're behaving in a negative way, you'll get negative results. It's very kind of what you put out, you get back. It's instant manifestation, and that's happening really quickly. So first of all, we've got the 5 of Chalices, the perspective card. We've got this woman, she's looking at this flower bed she's worked on, and it's ruined. It looks like the birds have been at it, the cups have spilled, and she's just horrified with the state of this. She's put so much effort into it, and it just looks terrible. And she's really upset that her hard work is for naught and that she has to now fix all of this. Now, the 5 of Cups is always the perspective card, and it's always a matter of perspective. You can look at a situation in terms of what you're missing and what's gone wrong. In this case, the flower bed has been damaged and things aren't ideal, but we've still got a lot of flowers which are still in place. She certainly can salvage this situation, and it just needs a tidying up, and it just needs a little bit of extra work. So she's dressed in green here. She's got the skills and the talents that she needs to be able to resolve the situation. It's just whether there's a willingness to do it. Cups has to do with water and feelings, and it's not about is she actually able to make this happen. We know she can fix this because she's the creator of this flower bed, but it's whether she has the emotional resilience and the emotional strength and willingness to actually fix it. So she looks at this as really, really negative, and she says, do you know what, this is ruined. There's no way I can fix this, and I'm just going to have to give up on this. I'm going to rip out all the rest of the plants and just concrete this over and forget this ever happened and move on. That would be the worst and most extreme negative reaction to this. Or she can look at it positively, saying, yes, there has been some damage done, but look, the daffodils are still there. We've still got these flowers. They're still growing. Why don't we just add a couple of more of these? Why don't we fix it? Let me use my horticultural skills to really make something even better of this, and use this negative experience as an opportunity to create the most wonderful flower bed in the kingdom. Then she's looking at it positively, and she can get to work, and she can really create something that's even more beautiful than it was before. So you have an opportunity today that looks similar to that. The example, the analogy here via the tarot is gardening, but it may be any aspect of your life. Something may have gone wrong in your work or in your working life, which allows you to revisit that thing that you worked on to make it even better. Something may have gone wrong in your relationships this week, which is really likely because we have had a very challenging week when it comes to relationships and communication, which I talked a lot about in the weekly horoscope. Have a look at that if that's been your experience. So if there has been something where a relationship has been strained because of something that you've said or someone has said to you, you've got the opportunity, if you look at it positively, to make that relationship even better and to take the argument or the fallout or the miscommunication to work through that with another person. And because you're working through it, you can become bonded together even more closely, and the friendship can be stronger, the romantic relationship can become even stronger, or the family bond and tie can become even stronger and more deep. You know, the most important relationships in your life aren't the ones which have just seen sunny days. The most important relationships in your life are with people who've been there with you through thick and thin, through the tough times and the good times, and they've survived those tough times. So choose your perspective. That's your free will today. either be willing to put the work in and make things even better. And that's the guarantee of this card, that if you are willing and you see the damage as fixable or the situation as it can be resolved, then you're guaranteed to end up with a circumstance that's even better than what you started with. The next card is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, we've got a very kind of sturdy looking young man working there, creating horseshoes. He's making money, is successful at what he does because he puts a lot of effort in. The expression on his face kind of says that he enjoys what he does. The arms are saying that he's been doing this for a while. So he's honed his skills and he's got good at this because he hasn't given up. He's been resilient. And when he's messed up horseshoes, he hasn't just said, okay, I quit being a blacksmith. I will never make another horseshoe again. He said, okay, that didn't work. I will try again. And I will work until I create the perfect horseshoe or until I'm really adept at my trade. And because he's stuck at it, he's making money, he's become successful. And he's the kind of outcome of this card when it doesn't give up and when it looks at negative circumstances and says, I will succeed despite things being difficult. So everything is geared towards you having a positive outlook and being able to deal with fallouts or tidying things up which have gone wrong in the week. You're willing to do that. You have the strength and resilience to actually apply yourself to those situations and to resolve them. And because we have the Justice card as the final card here, if you put the effort in, you will be able to resolve what you need to resolve. So the Justice card is great because it's perfect balance. Your actions and your energy in connection to the external world and other people and circumstances and places and things will have a really balanced effect. So like I said, if a relationship has been problematic this week and you're willing to fix it, you pick up the phone and you say, hey, can we actually meet for a coffee and talk about what happened on Tuesday? I don't feel good about it. I'm sure you're upset about it. Let's talk it through and see if we can get back on the same page. You're very likely to get a yes, first of all. I will meet you for coffee. And then when you do have the chat, it's really, really likely, because you're putting the effort in, that you are able to resolve the issue and that you can get the friendship back or the relationship back or whatever it may be. If there's been a setback at work, same thing. Call up the contract that you've lost or send an email to the person who you had a problem with. Say, it didn't work out this week. I'm willing to try again. If you are, very likely that you're able to regain the business or the contract or whatever it was that was lost and that seemed like such a catastrophe. It can be fixed through hard work. That's very basically what this day is about. That if you apply yourself, you will get what you want. Sometimes we work really hard and we just can't get it right. And sometimes you can bang your head against the wall trying to get something. But no matter what you do, no matter what you try, the odds are just stacked against you. And today, there's total equality, there's total balance and fairness in your life and in your world. So if you do put energy out there, positive energy out there, you'll get positive energy back. If you work at something, you will achieve your goals. And that works the other way around then as well. If you put out negative energy and say, I refuse to work because I'm done with this, then you will get an outcome which is just as bleak. So, I'm going to pave over this bed of roses because it was destroyed and I'm not going to be willing to resolve it. That means that the work that you do is negative and you create something ugly, and that's what you'll actually end up with. So instead of a flower bed, you'll pave over it and you'll have a courtyard instead of beautiful flowers. So whatever you think about and whatever you put in, you will get. So make sure that you manage your perspective. Often the ego on days like this tries to sabotage us by filling us with a sense of dread or negativity. So get rid of that first of all by connecting with your higher self, forgiving the situation that's happened. If someone upset you, if someone ruined something for you, then don't actively continue resenting them and work at fixing everything with this thought in mind. Oh, you know, I'm doing this because I'm going to show them how good I am and no one's going to get me down. Don't work from a place of hatred or resentment. Let that go first. Liberate yourself. Work on something that you care about in a peaceful way. And that's the way to fix things and to turn things around. So everything is really on your side today. The universe takes one step towards you if you take one step towards it. So everything is really kind of working in your favor. And there's perfect balance in your universe. Number-wise, we've got 6 and 8 is 13. And 11 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. And we've had a lot of this. 6 is a temporary opportunity. So this is a temporary window where you can fix things. Tomorrow, it may be more difficult. So tomorrow, the odds may be stacked against you. Or tomorrow, the remaining flowers would be ruined and there wouldn't be a way to rescue it. So it's important that you don't have a kind of day of non-action or inactivity and you just say, oh, I can't deal with this today. I'm just going to forget about it and look at it tomorrow. Look at it today. Deal with what's on your plate today. Resolve it. You have the best chance to get things done and to get things moving again in the way you would like. So this is a day to be active and to engage. It's not a day to kind of shut yourself away and isolate and just do nothing. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a private reading with me, then please do get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And in my readings, I use the tarot, I use the astrology, and I also use numerology. And the way I've combined the tarot with numerology in this reading, I do that in the astrology readings as well. I look at the degrees planets are at, and the numbers inform the energy of that planet as well as the sign they're in. And the astrology chart in itself gives me a blueprint of your soul. It's really an amazing tool. Sometimes I can't believe that I've got this much information available to me because it shows me where you've been in a past lifetime, why you've come into this lifetime, what you're trying to achieve in this lifetime, so what your life purpose is. It also shows me what your vocational aptitudes are, what you're going to be good at work-wise, and whether that's the same thing as your life purpose or whether it's something separate, because they're not always one and the same thing. It shows me what's going on with you in your love life, your family relationships, your career, your finance, your health, what's destined for you. So what's kind of written in stone and what's going to happen anyway. And it also shows me what you have free choice over and what you can improve and what you can tweak. And by using these tools, I can also have a look at what's coming up in future. So what's coming up in your love life or what your finances look like in 2-3 months from now, when the best time would be to move, or if you are going to move. Astrocartography allows me to look at different parts of the world and what energy they're ruled by and governed by based on your birth chart. So for some people, living in Clearwater, Florida may work, and it's ruled by Venus and Jupiter, so it's a lucky, loving place. For other people, it may be ruled by Chiron and Uranus, so it may feel really painful and chaotic. So, each place has a different energy for each specific person. So if you'd like me to do a private reading for you, then please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Click on book your reading on the front page to order your reading, or click on the readings tab to select your reading. Please do remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.